very rural area of like very far away from city. So there also we got pretty good response from the students, and yeah, at the same time, like they were also like looking forward to like get more such events, get opportunities to attend more such workshops as well. So these are the two colleges as of now. I felt like the audience is good. Other than that, like there are a few other colleges as well. We haven't gone to all the colleges, obviously. So yeah, I would say these are the colleges as of now from all the workshops I did do. I find like these students were really great.
Okay, so basically, university students are more together towards Web3 than you might to mention, right?
Uh, you can say something like that, but yeah, like again, at the end, I would say it all depends on individual, like how much they want to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
What about hackathons? Have you like organized any hackathons in this campaign?
Yeah, we are doing this hackathon, by the way. Like I think you already know, like we are hosting hackathon on November 22nd, by the way, in Odisha itself. So we have already announced the dates and venue and all. So
Yeah,
yeah, like
I have seen it like Luma Pays yesterday night.
yeah, exactly.
I would be registering it soon.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and this is the first hackathon, right, which is happening on November.
Like in Odisha itself, you are asking, right? As in Web3
Yeah,
hackathon.
yeah, Odisha itself.
No, bro. Like already, like we have hosted one hackathon from our side in Kit, and apart from that, there's one college as I mentioned earlier, also Centurion. They have been hosting multiple hackathons, like Web3 related hackathons. So yeah, on a perspective of like the prize pool and all, yeah, compared to all the hackathons that have like been hosted till now in Odisha, it's one of those big hackathons.
Okay, that's great. Like,
Yeah.
may I know the exact venue of hackathon, which is happening on November 22nd?
Yeah, exactly. To give you the context, like we are doing it in this Century University itself. Like this university is very big, and they have a special place where we can like host some hackathons. They have been also been hosting hackathons over those places. So we have chosen th that place itself to host that particular hackathon. Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's a perfect reason. Like, you have got many interest over the college, so you decided to host a sorry, hackathon over the college, right?
Yeah. Because we saw like already there's some good amount of exposure over there, so thought maybe that will be the right place.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So you will get a good ROI over there. I mean, you will get,
Obviously.
yeah, many more projects.
Yeah, hopefully. Like the thing over here, what we're thinking is that like the whole process of doing this Arbitrum Launchpad is that once like was usually also like what in usual hackathon happens is that they make projects and once the hackathon ends, they leave the project, either they win prize or not. But here it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be a bit different. Like if you're building and if your project is good enough, then obviously there's prize pool of $3,000 that will be distributed among top three like folks who will be winning. And apart from that, if you are like if your project is good enough, then we can also support those projects to go for grants and help you maybe onboard users and all, and post that also maybe help you raise rounds as well. So yeah, that was particular like the thing that we thought to do over here through Arbitrum Launchpad.
Okay, that's really great. Can you give more info about grants program if you have in your hand?
Uh, right now, exactly, I don't have like the thing prepared to share, but yeah, maybe I'll share that point of time, particularly during this hackathon and build session. As of now, no particular plans of exactly how we are going to do, but yeah, we are planning to do that.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Is there anything else you want to mention regarding the hackathon? As because I'm going to attend, so it will be really useful if you mention some inputs regarding the hackathon.
Yeah, like few things I would like to say. Like first of all, like although this hackathon will be open, but we want projects to be built on top of Arbitrum using the stylus tool that I have been like mentioning or they're trying to promote. So I think, by the way, like as you said, you are going to attend hackathon. May I know like what are your tech stacks that you use in blockchain to write
Uh,
smart contracts?
of course,
Um,
Solidity and React frameworks. I'm not
oh,
particularly stick with one framework, but I will roaming around the frameworks.
okay. So here in Arbitrum, the thing is that so they are focusing on projects that will be built on top using stylus. So like to give you a brief about stylus. So stylus is basically a thing in which like the Arbitrum did like uh, I would say like made it using the Nitro upgrade. Like they had something called Nitro upgrade they did on the architecture part, through
Mhm.
which like they were using this WASM bytecodes and all to make their transactions more faster and also like helping lesser the gas fees. So post the Nitro upgrade, they saw I think like maybe like as of now, until now, as you know, like it's built on top of Ethereum. So obviously they were using Solidity to like you as an individual who are developers over there, they use Solidity to write smart contracts or deploy decentralized applications. But yeah, like again, as we know, like when it comes to blockchain, maybe like Solidity as a thing is widespread. Like we may find like there are a lot of Solidity developers around us, but on a global scale, if we like see the graph and all, you'll see there are a lot of C or Rust developers, like lot, like 10x, 20x the numbers in comparison to Solidity.
Uh,
So so that was the thing for them. So obviously these chains, whichever chains are right now active, all of them are like looking for projects. Similarly, Arbitrum is also looking for more projects, more developers. So obviously, initially they were like okay with like Solidity-based smart contracts written projects, but later on, after the Nitro upgrade, they saw it is an opportunity. Obviously, they have that wasm capability in it in the tech stack, so they thought like maybe let's make some or maybe do some more extra upgrades through which like right now we could like maybe bring in developers who know Rust or C or Go who can come and build decentralized applications using that. And best part also like about using stylus is that like the stylus what I can say the tech stack is developed in such a way that like even if you write smart contracts in Solidity or Rust, they all can together like intercommunicate among each other. So that's one of those things that stylus gives or brings as an advantage. So that also like is good for developers who don't know Solidity. It like for like obviously like who doesn't know Solidity, they will have to again learn Solidity to write or deploy smart contracts over Arbitrum. So somehow like after introduce or introduction of Stylus, right now you could write smart contracts in Rust and C and Go, and there are a lot of other languages that like they're trying to make the software development kit stable. But yeah, like using this right now, they could target lot bigger like group of developers who can come and build on Arbitrum. And currently
uh,
that, yeah.
yeah, thanks for the insights. Yeah, please continue. Please continue.
Yeah, that was the thing, bro. Like as I said, like other than
So,
Solidity also, like there are a lot of other tech stack developers who know Rust and C. They can also come and build over here without learning Solidity also.
okay, perfect. So we can use multiple languages and build the smart contracts.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, that's perfect then. Thank you for
Yeah,
your insights, which might be useful for hackathon later on.
yeah. Done, bro. Mm. Okay. So one said like I learned Rust from you, sir. Nice, bro. Any more questions, by the way? I think I said a bit like of what it's about, of what
Yeah,
this hackathon has been about, and what we're trying to do. So, any more questions, by the way?
uh, sorry. Due to network issue, I couldn't hear you.
No, I'm saying like I guess like about the hackathon, it's clear right now, right? Like what we're
Yeah,
trying to do
yeah,
over here.
yeah. Of course, it's very clear. You have given a small insights like instead of Solidity, you guys are looking for Rust and other developers as well. So that
Like
might
obviously you
be
can use Solidity, but yeah, like the thing over here is that we'll like we build projects using that, but yeah, at the same time, if you're building using stylus, then the chances will be high that the projects will be
gonna be
preferred
slow.
over there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I totally got it.
Any more questions, by the way?
No, for me, as of now, I didn't get, but if I get any questions in between, definitely I will raise up my hand.
Then, thank you. By the way, meanwhile, also let me share one thing. Like, if you guys want to understand a bit about how Arbitrum works and all, let me share you their docs as well. So you can see that as well. Just a second. I think my screen is visible, right?
Uh, just a second. Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, fine. So just a second. So this is the docs of Arbitrum, by the way. So anyone who is looking to like take part in the hackathon and present over here, they can go over to this docs of Arbitrum. It's really like written very nicely it's been written, and at the same time, like as I mentioned, like we are preferring like both the things they have completely mentioned over here. If you want to build apps using Solidity, they have mentioned the complete flow and the jargons you need to know. At the same time, if you want to build using Stylus as well, they have the introduction and all like how you can do a quick start with all the instructions you need to follow maybe to do some basic installations for you to run smart contracts using Stylus and deploy your D apps. And there are also some examples, like some basic examples. And at the same time, like if you want to maybe like let's say you did not understand something and just by reading the stuffs. Maybe you can use their Ask AI and ask things over here. And the Ask
Uh,
AI is really great to make you understand the things which are not able to understand. At the same time, also if you want direct steps as well, like to do some basic installations, like usually here, these basic installations might be sometimes a bit of headache for someone who is new. So directly you can put in your problems and all, and this Ask AI will help you solve those errors, and you can learn a bit more about what are the things where like Stylus is giving as an advantage, or what are the things you need to pre-install to deploy your things, or maybe let's say if you want to just deploy your smart contracts using this local node also, they have given all the commands and all what you need to follow private keys, like pre-funded private keys, wallets that you can use. All these things you can find over here, by the way. And yeah, obviously that's like the docs
looks
are
like
really good.
looks like it's a clear documentation for the developer. That's really great.
Yeah, you can say like let me share this thing as well in the chat, by the way. Anyone wants to see.
Yes, someone has already shared it in the chat. I was already going through it.
Oh, okay. By the Friday has asked how to contact developers if you have any doubts with Stylus. So yeah, like one more thing here is that if you have any doubts, they have their Discord as well. You can hop into Arbitrum's Discord server. They have specifically one server specifically for the doubts related to Stylus related deployment all. So there are developers over there where you can maybe ask your doubts, and maybe not at single time at like instant they won't reply, but yeah, eventually within some time they will reply. And at the same time, Stylus is still in the like developmental phase, so there are chances you might face problems. But again, like you can hop into the Discord server and easily like ask your doubts, and they will be happy to help you out.
Okay, that's really great. I will look into it in your Discord
Sure,
server.
sure. Done. Bro.
So basically, we can deploy on Solidity as well. Like I can see the exporting the Solidity API interface.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can do that. Like you
But
can basically like yeah, yeah. Say.
more priority for the Rust developers, as you mentioned, like companies looking for the other I mean, other coding people.
Nothing exactly like that. Obviously, you can build on Solidity as well. If the idea is really good, so I think won't be a problem to maybe change it to stylus directly. Right now, that thing won't be an hassle, I
All
believe.
right.
As you said, right? You are not like sticking to one chain or
Hmm.
one like tech stack.
Language.
You are open to it, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So I think that won't be an issue.
Mhm.
By the way, like, do you have any idea like of what you want to build?
Not exactly, but maybe in hackathon I will look into it more details before coming to the hackathon.
Hmm. Understood, understood. Bro.
I have
Interesting.
a single doubt, like how you're distributing the tokens across the workshops. Like if it is a developer workshop session, how you're
Mhm.
distributing the tokens across the students or the attendees?
Like tokens as in?
Asset tokens.
I think we're not distributing any asset tokens in the workshops, by the way.
Sorry.
No, no, we are distributing any tokens right now. So
Okay. So means
people
if
do not.
they are a developer and if they want to distribute the facet tokens,
Okay,
uh,
faucet you are asking.
yeah, faucet, yeah, exactly.
Okay, okay. Okay. So basically, as I said, like they have their, yeah, this one you can see. Like,
Pre-funded wallet.
yeah, you can
Okay,
use
basically
that.
we can use that for transactions for the
Yeah,
development.
yeah. Yep, 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 yep. That will be
Okay,
easy. And at the
okay,
same time, like you can easily get in like the faucet. There are different sites using which you can get it. That won't be
hmm
an issue.
okay, okay. That's great. I think Freddie has some questions.
Yes, let me see.
Okay.
Yes, there is
Yeah.
some links to join.
So I'm very new to Arbitrum.
Yeah,
Was wondering what kind of dApps or what kind of web apps would Arbitrum be suitable for or be the best for? It has some advantages over other chains, right?
yeah, like until that time, like until the time they did not introduce this Nitro upgrade, obviously they were like very much similar to Ethereum. So, like to given context, like Solid is as a language, it's very limited to DApps, like functioning of DApps or different type of DApps. But after coming of this Nitro upgrade, I believe like you can deploy any kind of DApp, like the DApps which required usually previously using Solidity required much power to run or was not able to like run some, let's say like some perp related trading play, like applications. So those things I believe usually with Solidity it was a bit of hassle, but after like coming off this Nitro upgrade, you can write code in Rust obviously. So and Rust, these things are easy to deploy. So any kind of like DApp may be related to games like some on-chain games or any perpetual trading platform and all those kind of things I believe. And at the same time, maybe some kind of AI isn't X blockchain related product. Maybe those things will be really great to develop over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Arbitrum is the one which is, I mean, which has a low fees at the time of 2021, right?
Yeah, yeah, I believe that's so as well. Exactly, I think
This is the exactly first L2. I'm not sure. I'm just asking.
even I'm not sure exactly about that thing. But yeah, I believe also that thing that it's the first one by the way.
Yeah,
And
as I heard like before with my friends, like this is one of the biggest airdrop they received
oh,
back.
okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay, understood. Right now, I believe like recently I've been also seeing a Twitter page like I've been seeing like a lot of transactions are happening, bigger transactions are happening on Arbitrum and they were posting about it as well. So yeah, that thing also in terms of that also you can say like Arbitrum right now is in highly growing like as in blockchain infrastructure it's growing really good. And I believe right now they are also looking for good products which can
Yeah,
help
for
them
every
like
blockchain, it's good projects.
obviously yeah. And that's why like we are also doing this whole Arbitrum Launchpad series also.
Yeah, that's really great you brought the Orbitum Launchpad to India and local area as well.
Done. Thanks for attending by the way. And I think we did clear about it, all the things. Any more doubts by the way?
Yeah,
Creating
if anyone has any queries or if you want to discuss anything regarding the hackathons, workshops, anything, you can feel free to discuss. Or if you want to share any of your project that you're working on, can feel free to use this stage for talking about it and getting your initial users feedback and all. And yeah, one question I have like would like to discuss is that usually we host hackathons. We have been hosting hackathons right like from last 3 4 years. So common issue is that people attend hackathons and after building the project at the hackathon,
yeah.
most of the time 90%, 95% of the time they just abandon the project and so how do you ensure that uh, we are not going to we are going to stop this, or how are you going to make sure that they continue building the project? How are you going to incentivize them?
Actually, like first of all, I believe we are like trying to first of all like share our vision of doing this Arbitrum Launchpad. So I believe from there itself, first part of the crowd will be clear that obviously like if they're winning or if when we're also like let's say we're communicating this with these guys who are building during the pitch itself. I believe a bit of intention, like we can see like if they are interested to go on a long-term basis to build for like to build it completely and maybe zip it up and get users. So I believe a bit would be clear from that. And post that, like I think we'll need to push a bit from our side, like maybe talk to them and instead of they doing all the things as you said, we'll help them get grants. So if we are putting the efforts of helping them and get the grants, that's also gonna be another added advantage. And obviously that will be a bit of interest for these guys. Like obviously, like I believe when this grant and all this prize money comes, students get a bit more interested to like let's say stick over here. So that can be one of those initial starting point of maybe holding these developers or builders who are building the products and post that at the same time if you're also helping them once maybe let's say we are helping them getting grant and maybe keeping a check of how they are building it over time. Obviously now also like the grants are also being released on the milestone basis. Like if you're like completing milestones, then only like the grants are getting released. So that also like will be a situation where they have to like finish some milestones to be able to get the grant and post that I believe if help them like let's say launch it over Twitter or other platforms through which like they can get users. Again, that will be also a win-win situation for us and them as well. Like it will be a like complementary effort, I would say. Like not just they putting in the efforts, we also putting in the efforts from our side, sticking with them, trying to understand their problems. And that's how I believe like ecosystems also do. Like how like they like help the builders. So I think we'll also follow the same process.
Yeah, that's cool. So one thing that we can do is that the grants that you will be awarding, that can be a milestone based grant, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
we can ensure that they have a they're incentivized for keeping the project continuing, right?
Exactly.
Ideally, like they should be interested. So their core thing should be that they're interested in continuing the project, right? Else,
Exactly.
irrespective
Exactly.
of the money, they'll if they're not interested, they'll burn out and they'll stop at one point. Yes, Vishnu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By
What
the
type
by the
of
like any suggestions from your side, I would like to hear. You haven't also been doing hackathons and all. Maybe if you have some suggestions, that will be also great.
Yeah. So my suggestions are that when you're giving grants and all, make sure it's milestone based and you need to discuss with the team, right? More than the project quality. Yeah, project
Mhm.
quality is also important. The use case is important, but more than that, you need to look at the team, like how's the team and how's the. You should bet on the people, not just on the projects. Because if you are looking for a long-term thing, right? Let's
Yeah.
say you're doing a hackathon for Arbitrum and you want them to continue in the Arbitrum ecosystem for a longer run. So you want
Mhm.
to bring in the top talent, like, or you need to nurture the talent, right? You need not to bring top talent, right? You can just grow the talent with you, nurture the talent. So you just need people who are you just need to spot the right people at the right time in the hackathon, right? They'll be
Mhm.
they would so you just need people who are curious, interested to know stuff. You don't have to pick people who are more experienced and all, right? You can bet on beginners as well. Like in all people
Okay.
have to start from somewhere, right? So better to start with some beginners, especially starting with a new chain or it's a chain that is not much more popular comparing to the chains like Solana, Avalanche, and all. So you can uh, start with people who are not much new to web, who are new to Web3, and you can guide them. You can, but one thing you need to make sure that they are interested in learning stuff, right? They can be
Uh-huh.
new to development as well, but if they have high agency and all, they can figure it out, and you just have to guide them. So that's one suggestion from my side.
Exactly. Even I believe that thing. Like high agency is required as a thing for to like continue building it up.
Yep. So yeah, Vishnu was saying something.
I totally forgot what I was about to ask. Like
Uh,
by hearing your conversation.
Yeah, well,
Might
it's
be
about the
can
grants.
yeah, yeah, regarding grants, I just remember. Like what sort of milestone we can keep for the grant programs? Like any suggestions for it? So
It can be the POC, right? Usually they build POCs at the hackathon, right? So it can be like an MVP. It can be so these can be flexible. So the milestones you need to set, talking with the teams, right? Like how are they going to? What's their vision, and we need to align with them, and based on that we need to set the milestones. It's not something we uh, like pressure them or something. It's moreover like a mutual understanding and stuff.
okay, okay, I got it. So and one more doubt regarding the grants. Like
Yeah,
if I am applying towards the Arbitrum for the grants program after attending the hackathon,
yeah.
can the product be in multiple chains and still am I eligible for the Arbitrum grant?
I think that thing, I believe like from a chain perspective, they won't entertain that much. Like obviously, like there are a lot of projects who do these things, like they hop onto multiple chains in name of grants. So I think that won't be a good thing in terms of like for Arbitrum as well. And from our side also, I don't think we will support that.
Hmm. Okay, okay, that's great. But in my view, like that's the only way like you can get more outside community. Right now, you guys are just circulating inside the Arbitrum communities. I'm pretty sure about that. What do you
Okay,
say?
like that thing may be true, but again, like as you said, like they might be on different chains, but if they're coming and they're committing that they're going to stay long term with Arbitrum, so yeah, again, that thing won't be an issue. But yeah, like if they're sticking around, that thing will be good, and that will be also beneficial for them to like continue getting the grant support. And obviously, like if you're building a product and trying to bring scale to it, it not like it won't be sustainable using grants only. So obviously we'll have to go and raise rounds, get users also at the same time to continue building. So again, that's gonna be a different process post the grant. So it's not just about grants, but it's more about like building a full-fledged project and scaling it up.
Uh, okay.
I would like to add few points to what Swami have been saying till now. So one thing is like first thing, the whole perspective of grant being as an probably like quick money source or an earn money source, and that's how like a lot of grant farming takes place. So that's something needs to be avoided, and to avoid that, currently all these chains have been following up in very specific way. That it's one thing, it's milestone based grants. Second thing is like the grants is done to support the initial burn. So it's more over like when you start a product, and mostly when the product requires more team members to be there on the team and requires that initial push. The grant funds are usually used for the initial push, but there's no point if at the end of the day revenue is not getting generated out of it. So the final goal should be revenue, and the grants are usually released on terms of like a single chain perspective. So like if Arbitrum is giving a grant, it's more or like Arbitrum needs the core or the home chain of that particular product to be as Arbitrum. Even now, let's say there are like other products which does have like any sort of like payment product. If you take it, does have like multiple chains as deposit, but there will be one single settlement layer of it. So that settlement layer is considered as the home chain, and technically if they need a grant from Arbitrum, then Arbitrum needs to be the settlement chain. So that means that your probably user can deposit in multiple chains, but at the end of the day it gets settled up in the home chain, whatever chain they're building it on top of. So that's more of my perspective of like how this whole grant programs usually run.
Cute. It's really great information. Thank you, Prayas.
By the way, like I would like to add more one more thing. By the way, like if you are looking to launch your own L3, by the way, so you can do that also on Arbitrum.
Yeah, I have seen some project which is launching on L3 itself. I forgot the project name. It's
Yeah, yeah.
related to education.
Okay. I haven't been to like a lot of projects that are like been using L3 as a thing and on Arbitrum, but yeah, you can do that. You can explore a bit about Arbitrum's Orbit and Nova, those things. So there you can find like how you can maybe launch your own L3 using like Arbitrum. Basically, the thing here would be that you will be using their complete architecture and their validator support and all, and it will be easy for you at the same time to launch your own L3.
Oh, that's really great.
So, quick question. Wanted to ask, what is the benefit of having our own L3?
I would say like uh, one added advantage first here on building, like let's say I'm talking in terms of Arbitrum, as I already mentioned. Like you get to access your own chain, first of all. And secondly, like you don't have to like design a complete different architecture and all for all those like basic setup or basic architecture you need to set up in an L1, let's say, or L2, let's say. So here in Arbitrum, as I already mentioned, like you have the support of their validators, their whole architecture that you can use. And I believe like at the same time, like as that thing is sorted, maybe you can innovate on top of that, something new you can add. Like apart from all these issues, like basically annual and L2s, these things were made to maybe like what I can say, like help solve issues related to security or scalability. So maybe there may be like some other problems you would like to tackle on, and maybe L3, like using L3, you can solve those problems apart from scalability or security as a problem that we have been seeing in
Interesting.
L1 and L2.
So L1, L2s take care of the bigger problems. So whoever is running an L3 can focus on whatever other problem they're trying to solve.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I just found out that project. The project name is blocktrack.tech. which is building on layer 3 on Arbitrum chain. I just sent you a link in the chat if you want to check.
Okay. Ah, couldn't. Okay, you can see block track protocol.
Yeah, they are using like a framework of Arbitrum Orbit framework.
Understood, understood.
If you go to the about page, like it was clearly mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Ah, okay, so you got an example as well.
Yeah, like even these people are eligible for a grant at that moment. Like these people has raised funds.
Okay, understood. Like see a bit about them, what they're doing and all.
Oh, I'm not pretty aware of it. I just found it like it's a past 6 months ago, and I just remembered like something about when you mentioned about L3. Then I came
Uh-huh.
to like I just shared this.
Okay, great, bro, great. I can today itself I will see a bit like what this project is about and what they're trying to solve as a problem.
It
Mm.
was mentioning about the educational stuff somewhere around they can generate some certificates, I guess. I'm not pretty sure about it. I haven't gone through the website deeper, but it was in the similar way.
Yeah, I can see as in on the overview part they have mentioned something about that like they're addressing fundamental challenges in education such as credential authenticity, scalability, and equitable access. Okay. I think something related to like credentials that are being given to and maybe some related to certifications and all. I think on that part they're trying to like maybe figure out some challenges and solve that.
Yeah, might be. It was mentioning about it's for the learners and educators, even for employers, institutes, many more. Like maybe
Mm-hmm.
they are solving a big, but I'm not sure why they are not active now. Um,
Okay, private service life. I think they're also doing this TV and all.
yeah, private
Uh,
sale is live. I can see in the LinkedIn cover page.
yeah. Any more questions by the way? Like I think we
Interesting.
have said a lot of things about Arbitrum Launchpad
Is
and
there any
outside
project
of that.
you'd like to spotlight some good example that we can follow when trying to build on Arbitrum?
Maybe in a while, like in some days, like currently preparing those things, not yet completed on those part. So once maybe I have prepared those things, maybe it will be easy to prepare or maybe set it on a good scale and will be easy for others to understand as well.
So what we'll do is like preferably we are going to make an idea pool. So we'll put down whole different types of idea, starting from like DeFi sector to all the other sectors, which can be it can be payments, stable coins, RWS, or it can be in the new AI cross Web3 holding. It can be on all these things. We'll put down a whole idea pool, and preferably we're going to send a mail to all the participants that's going to take part in the Arbitrum Launchpad Hackathon. So if you have not taken part and were in this call yet, so it's right time you just go and take part in the Arbitrum Hackathon, and you'll be having all these details mailed to you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yes, Swami, I think like it's good time that probably we have to also wrap up quickly. So on your like from an organizing experience, like how do you see the whole tier 2, tier 3 versus the tier 1 audience of like Bangalore, you can say? Like, what's the major difference? If one particular key factor you should say, like, why, as a company, they need to also start focusing towards the tier 2, tier 3 colleges or cities instead of just focusing towards cities like Bangalore, Delhi, and Chennai. So, what would be your perspective on this?
Yeah, like what I have been seeing over time is that maybe at a point of time when this Web3 exposure came in, I think at that point of time, like Taiwan cities were a good hub to maybe focus on builders and bringing in more builders. And that was easy as well because the access to the folks who want to build through Taiwan cities at that point of time was good, I would say. But over time, like because of overcrowding of funding and a lot of companies coming in and all trying to focus on Taiwan cities. So the thing was that over time the quality is deteriorating and at the same time because the same couple of folks who are like active in this ecosystem, they're trying to hop into different chains. So I believe like that thing has been a problem that I've been seeing like these organizations are facing, and at the same time, these tier two, tier three cities, they have not been getting that getting that exposure they should over time because like obviously like chains as we discuss time to time that they see India as a place where they can get numbers. So obviously like when they come to India and if they're going to like basically tier one cities where the hub is already created for them, sometimes getting those basic numbers for which they can like fulfill their KPI, that's easy for them. But right now, as I said, like already it's kind of like I would not say completely saturated, but yeah, like same things are coming again and again for this tier one city folks. So they are not taking those things seriously compared to what this tier two, tier three cities will take, like the folks who are in these cities and who have not been able to get those facilities. So right now, I would say it's good time that chains or these organizations start focusing on this tier two, tier three cities because, as we said, like slowly there has been a shift that we are trying to see or we have been seeing that the folks from tier two, tier three city right now they have the information of what's been happening around in different places across countries or let's say in tier one cities as well. So one thing that's becoming a bridge for them is that not bridge, I would say a boundary for them is that right now chains have not been able to like get into these cities or like I would say sometimes just because of this numbers game, they don't want to get in. But slowly I believe like if I talk about myself, as I think you also went in with me like to this rural college, you saw like although not everyone would have understood completely what we were trying to say, but the interest was there. They were like happy that something of that kind of events are happening. So if let's say like in a more structured way, these things are happening in tier two, tier three cities more often. So I believe the ROI will be much better compared to what we are seeing in tier one cities given that we are also like helping them get started and also like over time they will like get demotivated or at times they might change their path, but if we are able to keep them a bit motivated or push them a bit from our side, I believe there will be better builders coming in from these tier 2 tier 3 cities, and obviously the population over there is much higher, so just to go through numbers as well, if a bit of impact is also getting created over there, the ROI will be much better compared to these Thailand cities.
Understood. So summing it up, what you mean is more or like the hunger for opportunities in tier two cities are way a lot higher than the tier one cities where already opportunities are in like an abundance. So makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly.
Yeah. One more question for you then, like because somehow you have now successfully got Odisha into limelight. People are now recognizing Odisha as an active part in the whole Web3 community from India, you can say. Maybe few people from outside of India too. So
Yes.
now this is your stage now. So take your
Yeah.
stage, reintroduce Odisha as an hub of Web3 builders. Probably you can give shout out to a few of the colleges which you think like are doing really good works over there or other communities in Odisha. It need not be just Web3, it can be also tech side. So just give an reintroduction to the whole audience of uh, what is the tech scenario in Odisha?
So yeah, like if I just start out from my own experience, like uh, the like first event that I attended in Odisha was that of GDC or GDC, whatever you may say. So that was like one of those events I did attend that through like Triple IT Bhubaneswar was hosting it in their college. I went in there and had my first one of those tech events that I did attend in Odisha. So from there, like I did attend couple of more events that was again hosted by this GDC and GDSC, you can say. So from there, I could understand that the this Google developers group culture is very good over there. Like they continuously host events over there, and people are very much interested to like become part of these events. And like I would say, until a certain time, the focus of GDC or GDC, whatever you may say, has been more of like towards Web 2, I would say, not Web 3 particularly. Let's say designs or AML or like let's say development and things sort of like that. That was like more of the culture in Odisha, I would say, related to tech that was like widespread. And again, like there's one college that is CUTM, I think it's a well-known college in Odisha. So they were the ones who have been initially like introducing about blockchain and all, and they have been teaching or they have a course specifically for to understand or learn more about blockchain. So I think shout out to CUTM that they have started this thing over Odisha and helping folks getting in. Like basically, I would say like the initial traction for Odisha DAO was also from their college itself because these guys were like active in the blockchain ecosystem. So like that at that point of time when we started this community, getting in members to attend events from that place or maybe seeing the interest initially was easy from there in terms of if I say just for blockchain or Web3 related events because they had a bit of like exposure from there at that point of time. But yeah, having said that, I would say like there are a lot of other folks who are like from Odisha. I would say right now, I know a lot of folks like who are like working really for big companies or a part of super team, and they are from Odisha. And that thing over time I got to know. So from there, again, I got to like understand that okay, Odisha, maybe we think that in terms of this numbers game. Maybe Odisha was lagging. Right now, I think I would say we are doing good. But before that, I thought like in terms of numbers, we are lagging. But in terms of quality, people who are like have been contributing or are in bigger places contributing continuously with it, though those numbers are good, I would say. So that thing I would say is good. And right now, the focus as of now for us is to like get more people. Like the numbers game has been missing for Odisha. Obviously, even though we say numbers, but at the same time, quality will always matter over quantity. But again, like we'll have to try our best, and which we are doing right now. That is to like get in touch with as much audience we can. So obviously, from there, some slight like few percentage of people who will stick around and maybe stay in this ecosystem and build over time. So right now, that's what we are eyeing, I guess, and I think that will be the thing which will matter over time.
Interesting take, Soumya. Really like your thought process of how what's the whole scenario of Odisha is, and uh,
Yeah.
great. I mean, great hearing you, and it's been great working with you for this whole thing. And I know like there's a whole team behind it pushing towards the success of Odisha and Odisha now. Grateful for the whole team. Uh, anyway, so I think like it's going to be like 9:30 p.m. and I believe we need to be wrapping it up. So everyone's comfortable with the time zone too. So if there's anyone has any other question you want me also to ask, you can drop in the chat box. I'll ask to Soumya and or else we'll wrap it up right now. Let's wait for a minute and let's see.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It's about 9:30 p.m. now.
Great session. Learned a lot.
Yep, yep.
It was great
Uh,
being with you, all of you here. And thank you, Vamsi, for hosting it. Thank you, Freddy, for hosting it.
Thank you everyone for joining in, and have a
Thank you, guys.
good week ahead. Cool. Bye, everyone.
Yep.
Bye
Great.
bye, everyone.
Have a good
Bye,
evening.
everyone. Bye, everyone.
Bye.